YouTube. What's up, baby? We're back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I'm Callie, and today we're gonna be talking about Wednesday, episode 2, entitled "Woe is the Loneliest Number." All right, now if you've been on this channel before, you already know how we do it. We started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to the next one, right? So again, Wednesday, episode 2, entitled "Woe is the Loneliest Number." All right, so for this episode, we open up with the sheriffs or the police officers looking for a dead body, right? That the person that got attacked by the monster or the creature last episode, right? Wednesday talks to the sheriff about the attack on Rowan, and then one in which the sheriff's name is Donovan. So Sheriff Donovan, I guess. I don't know. That's Tyler's dad though. But anyways, then from there we see Miss Weiss tries to help, with the situation, like helping, the sheriff, talking to him about what he knows, and I'll get Wednesday to help you out, whatever it may be, right? That type of stuff. And then Wednesday ends up talking to the sheriff alone. And basically, she's trying to let him know that, look, like, that there's these attacks going on, like, you know what I'm saying? And, Ron was really attacked and all this other stuff like that. So she's just getting a conversation on alone with him, and it's like, you would think that she'd be afraid, but she's not, you know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, bro, out of the blue, Rowan actually shows up as the sheriff and Wednesday are talking. So it's like, we just saw this dude die. Like, why is he alive right now, right? Then we see Wednesday talking to her shrink, which is Dr. Kenbot. Afterwards, talking to her shrink, she ends up running into Tyler. Then we see Enid talking to Wednesday for a second. Enid is basically getting ready for this annual boat race that they have, right? And she's in this girl group, and you know what I'm saying, so she's getting ready to go against other fellow students when it comes time to. Wednesday ends up finding a clue on a picture that Rowan had ripped out of the books, and it's like this. It looks like a water stamp or a seal. You know what I'm saying? Like how you have like on a dollar bill type stuff, or just bills in general. So then from there she talks to Miss Weiss. And then we end up finding out that Miss Weiss already knows that Wednesday is having visions, and the reason why for that is she Miss Weems, Miss Weems went to school with Morticia, so Morticia ended up having like the same type of visions happening to her, or just having visions happen to her when she was Wednesday's age. So now that Wednesday is Morticia's age, when Morticia went to that school or whatever, now Wednesday's starting to have these visions, and of course Miss Weems kind of knows all about it. You know what I'm saying? So they talk about that for a second, and then afterwards Wednesday is told that she has to choose a certain class for school. Wednesday ends up talking to Bianca. Then afterwards, she talks to Xavier for a second. And then we see Miss Weems keeping an eye on Wednesday from a distance. Like, she knows what Wednesday can do and what she's up to. So she's trying to make sure that she keeps her head out of trouble, or just keeps her from finding out what's really going on in this school, at the Nevermore School in the town of Jericho. Um, Wednesday ends up meeting up with this guy named Eugene. He's like a beekeeper, and so this is going to be a character that we'll see, in the story. But his name is Eugene. While their thing ends up thing calls Wednesday, and she finds uh, Rowan, and they talk for a bit, and she can kind of sense that things are a little off, but at the same time, it's like, well, it's him, you know what I'm saying, type stuff, right? So we end up seeing um, we end up seeing like following where Rowan is going because he's supposed to be leaving, and then we find out that Rowan isn't Rowan. He's actually some completely other guy that we never seen before, right? But hold on, there's more. So, anyways, he's a completely different guy, and then from that guy turns into Miss Weems. So obviously, the person that was impersonating Rowan for whatever reason is Miss Weems, the principal. So it's like, what's going on here with this, bro? This is a little crazy. Then we see Wednesday go to class. Bianca and Wednesday kind of go at it for a second because they're like in some type of like biology class or something like that, whatever. And they're both just going back and forth with the wits that they have, as far as like knowing the knowledge that they know about, what the teacher is talking to them about. So they go back and forth, whatever. Just as they went back and forth in when they were in the fencing class, you know what I'm saying? So, but that was pretty cool. Whenever we see Tyler talks to his dad about the tax, um, from them talking, we end up finding out that Tyler's mom is dead, and that Tyler and Donovan, which is his dad, don't really they get along, but at the same time they can get along better. So they don't get along as best as they could, right? From there, we see Wednesday ask Enid for help. Um, and in order for Enid to help Wednesday, Enid tells Wednesday to apologize to Thing, because I guess she must have said something to him that made him mad or whatever. And I guess Enid found out about it, so she's like, "Yeah, you apologize to Thing because that's like your family, and you if you want my help, I'll give it to you, but you're gonna have to apologize to him," type stuff. So she does that. Then Wednesday and Ned they go to Eugene for a little bit. Then we see Wednesday in the woods. Um, and then we see, like, as she's in the woods, we notice that Donovan is in the woods as well. So Tyler ends up like sneaking up on Wednesday and grabbing her so that way she doesn't bump into her father or bump into his father. And then they end up talking for a second. Um, then she's looking for clues on the beast. And then once Wednesday ends up touching like one of these items that Rowan had, I think it's like his glasses or something like that. She ends up having a vision, and it's a vision of like Rowan and Xavier kind of having like a fight per se in a way, right? Um, so then Wednesday goes to get help from Miss Thornhill. We find out that the symbol that she found in that picture is like a secret society, and they're called the Nightshades. And Miss Thornhill said that they were disbanded like a long time ago, but yeah, you know, they used to be like some type of secret society type of crew called the Nightshades, right? So we got a so she's continuing to get more answers for these mysteries that are going around, that are going along around her. Um, so then Wednesday ends up going to look for clues in Xavier's room, and then we see Bianca. Well, Xavier comes into his room, and so right before that, Wednesday goes to hide under his bed, and then we see Bianca follows him into the room, and they talk for a second, and we end up finding out through Wednesday listening, eavesdropping through their conversation, we end up finding out that Bianca and Xavier used to go out, and Bianca is mad about the situation of him liking like Wednesday, and you know, hey, she's not who she really puts off, and you don't really want to be with her type stuff. Da 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 da. You want to be with someone that treats you bad, but I will treat you good, and you want to be with me type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a whole type of like jealousy type thing going on, right? Um. So then after that, Wednesday goes to her room, and we see that Enid is crying. Um, one of the schoolmates that is a part of that group that they're in when they do the racing for the like the boat racing. One of the girls got sick, so Wednesday tells her like, look, like stop crying. You feel me? Like everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna take over the spot, and you know normally I wouldn't do something like this, but I'll do anything to make Bianca like tear Bianca down. You know what I'm saying? Because Wednesday does not like Bianca, just as Bianca doesn't like Wednesday. But I do for some reason. I think like at the end of this season, you know, probably by the next season as well, they'll probably be friends. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just that's what I'm feeling for right now. But anyways, yeah, she says that take the she'll take Enid's she'll join Enid's team for the boat race since one of the teammates is sick. So we get to the point when the race is about to start. We see that Bianca is cheating, and she has another one of her siren friends underneath the lake, like underneath the water, and he's going and he's like basically sabotaging people, like as they're, you know, riding through the water or you know whatever it may be. But it's not just Bianca cheating. Like all the teams are cheating, bro. Like there's like this one team that has like these axes on the side of their little canoe that flop out, and like it's just, it kind of reminds me of the what is that, like super wacky racing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That one that used to come on like Boomerang, you know what I'm saying? Like Dick Dasherly and you know all those fools, man. But that's what it kind of reminds me of, like that type of race. Except for it's on a boat on the water. Um, so yeah, like I said, all the teams are cheating to get this win. You feel me? Including Wednesday and Enid's team. You know what I'm saying? So um, as Wednesday is you know doing this race with Enid and the rest of the team, they end up getting to a point where they have to get out. One of them have to get out of the boat and then like go on land, run to like this statue or something like that, grab something, and then come back to the boat, and then they have to go back to the finish line or whatever. So when Wednesday goes to do this, she touches something and she ends up having a vision of a girl saying that she's the key. And if you look closely at this girl, it looks just like Wednesday. It looks just like the actress that's playing Wednesday. So obviously, it really is the actress that's playing Wednesday. But obviously, this is something that's going to tie into her past and where she's headed to right now. This chick that she sees. But anyway, she ends up waking up from the vision. She gets to the boat. There's only two teams left at this point, and that's Wednesday and Ened's team, and that's Bianca's team. So by the end of it all, Wednesday and Ened's team, they end up winning. We see Wednesday finds a statue of. After that, we see that Wednesday like goes about her business. She ends up finding a statue of Edgar Allan Poe. She puts these clues together, and she ends up finding out that there's a secret room behind the statue. And in order to get behind there, all you gotta do is, So she does that. The statue moves. She goes into the place, and it's basically like a secret room slash library slash like what I'm saying, like meetup spot for like a secret society type thing. You feel me? So this is probably where the Nightshades meet up or used to meet up, right? And then all of a sudden, right as she's looking in the room and all stuff like that, someone pulls up and puts a bag over her head, and that's the end of the episode. So obviously somebody's that knows what's what is there and has her now. So that's basically the premise of the episode. Three of my favorite scenes would be Wednesday and Bianca in class. Like I just like their competitiveness that they have between them. Like they're very competitive. And I think like Wednesday is kind of like Bianca. I think Bianca is kind of like Wednesday, and that's why I feel like towards the end of the season or even next season they'll become friends type thing. But for right now, they got to battle it out. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll see what happens later on. But I just like when they have scenes together when they're going at each other because it just they're both good actors and they play their role well. You know what I'm saying? Like just like on the first episode, I like when they were fencing against each other. That was one of my favorite scenes. This episode, one of my favorite scenes is Wednesday and Bianca just in class talking about biology, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the scenes. The second favorite scene would be Thing knocking Bianca's friend out in the water. Because like I said, she was cheating. She had one of her friends that was a siren underneath the water, tampering with people's boats and whatever it may be. So we see Thing jump into the water and he's just swimming like this, bro. And then as soon as he gets too close to the guy, he just closes his fist. Bah! Yo, hilarious. 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 Thing is, I like Thing, bro. I like Thing. He may not talk too much. He may not talk like a lot, you know what I'm saying? Especially the way that we're used to hearing people talk. Like he uses sign language and stuff like that, right? But he's just an awesome character. He's an awesome character. And I'm glad he's in this show. But that was my second favorite scene. My third favorite scene would be Wednesday finding the secret room, like how she put all the clues together, the little snap to open up the door, which of course we know that's from like the Addams Family original theme song, you know what I'm saying? And just, her finding these answers that, we want to know about. She's just a very, very brilliant, like, I guess you could say character because she's not real, but she's very, very brilliant. She's like a emo girl version of like Sherlock Holmes. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't mess with her. You know what I'm saying? She can fight. You know what I'm saying? Everything, bro. So it's just like she's just dope, bro. She's dope. But I liked how she was able to find a room, how she put the clues together. That'll be my third favorite scene. The grade for this episode, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely wasn't a bad episode. Definitely enjoyed it. And as we're going along, I'm liking how we're either finding more answers out for things that were already a mystery, or we're finding out more mysteries as well. You feel me? Like just as soon as you find an answer for this, it's a whole nother mystery over here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just never ending with things that Wednesday has to find out so far. But yeah, that 8.5 out of 10 for sure. So yeah, definitely like this show. Definitely like this season so far, man. And I think everybody's doing their job well, man. I think everybody's doing their job well. If you guys saw this episode, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. What were some of your favorite scenes? Do you like this show? Do you feel like it's heating up, or do you feel like it's just getting cold? Let me know about that in the comments down below, all right? Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I'm Callie. Until next time.